Welcome back to episode 154 of Cookies and Milk. I'm your host, William.
I'm your host, Ben. It's episode 154.
We're having nice chocolate chip cookies, big ones.
Chocolate chunk cookies, even. They're chonky.
Borderlands 3 comes out in a week.
It's this Friday.
It's this gosh dang Friday.
It'll already be out by the time this episode goes up. I'm sitting in class today, and Mitchell's like, "Did you see the new trailer?" And he sends me a link, and I'm like, "I'm in class, can't watch that." But then I'm sitting in class, and I just get a notification on my phone from Polygon, and it's like, Borderlands 3, third time's a snore, and I'm like, fuck off, Polygon. I did not ask you. I do not care.
I wonder why they're saying that.
I don't care. There's a weird spot where it's like, hey, reviews exist for a reason, so you can, like, read them before you buy the game. But when you've already, like, dead set, like, I'm getting Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
What am I going to... Oh, wow, Polygon doesn't think it's that good. Better not buy it. Can you imagine if I was like, hey, hurt's bad, I'm not going to buy it.
That'd be devastating.
That'd be insane. I was thinking that recently. So as I was reading that, I was like, don't say that to me.
Yeah.
Don't give me this image of a world where I don't like it.
So, Xbox One, right?
Xbox One.
Yeah.
If Microsoft is listening, we're definitely not... You can download my games, right?
Are you going to buy it and I'm going to download it?
That makes sense, right?
Oh, okay. That
saves you $60.
Yeah.
Or $30 if you wanted to help. You already offered to give it to me for free.
Why would I make myself spend money? Waste money?
Why would I help? No, thank you.
So, I'm playing Dragon Quest XI, the demo.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently it's very big.
Mm-hmm.
And, ooh boy, it kind of feels like they've told the same story multiple times.
Yeah.
It feels like...
When your protagonists are so similar that you can make them alt costumes for each other in Smash.
Right. The story feels too generic.
Yeah.
Although, I guess I can't say much off the demo. But it's... it's like, you come back, you're like, baby born. Demons find baby. Baby has mark on hand. And they storm the castle to kill baby.
Why?
Baby's mom flees castle with little girl.
Different baby.
Just a little girl. She's like a kid.
Oh.
While like 3 headless knights are chasing them. It does get kind of grim, I guess. Where mom has to give the baby to the girl.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like they separate because it's getting too dangerous and they'd cover more ground.
Sonic Underground, I know.
Yeah, it is. They made a vow their mother would be found. Sonic Underground.
We've all seen Sonic Underground. We all know the plot.
No one has seen Sonic Underground, as it turns out, other than me.
Saw a post on the internet that was like, here's my redesigns for characters. And they had Manic and Sonya.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa. Nice. It's cool that people still care enough about Sonic Underground characters in the year 2019.
You're our Lord, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Year of our Lord, Sonic the Hedgehog.
But so, they start moving. Little girl, very small. Very short little Akira Toriyama girl.
She's 2.
She's 2.
And it's a baby.
It's a baby. Like, the baby's cradle, the baby's, like, basket, which you think, like, Eevee. Which you think maybe don't take the cradle basket, just hold the baby. Bigger than her head. She's running through. The Headless Knights get her. She dies.
What?
I think she dies. and the baby pulls a Moses, and is into the river.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Why do all that then? Oh wait, do you not see the mom die?
We don't see the mom die.
Oh.
But she's the queen, and she wasn't there when I came back. So I can only imagine she's also dead.
Or evil. Right?
Or evil.
If they didn't show her die?
I mean, the king's evil.
So... Alright, so what's the...
What? What were you going to say?
If you're going to do that, why not just have the mom Moses the baby?
Well, no, she just died. The little girl died and, like, had to... I guess her dead body hurled the baby.
But if the mom is going to be dead anyways,
why
put a little girl in?
Why put the little girl in there?
Why not have the mom Moses the baby?
So I guess that would make the question of where the mom is.
Yeah.
I guess. But so you get found by Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he has a mustache like Gohan.
You Trunks.
I'm talking Grandpa Gohan.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of mystery surrounding the little baby.
Oh?
Because he finds you, and there's a letter. But you don't know what the letter is.
He finds you crying, and you have a tail.
Yeah, and you fall down a ravine, hit your head, then you become, I guess, the strongest being in the universe.
I guess, yeah.
Because you have the strength, and you have the kindness.
The weakness.
Clearly not, right? Definitely not.
He dies all the time, dude.
They're gearing up for Jiren versus Goku, the strongest fight in the universe. I'm like, didn't they already fight Jiren?
I thought they did.
I thought they did.
They're gearing up now?
Yeah, he's super buff now.
He was already super buff.
Jiren is buff again.
He was already buff.
Double buff.
Goku's like, I have to go even different hair color. And Jiren's like, check this out. BAM! And then he's just all in on the muscle porn.
Goku's like, porn?
Yeah, like muscle fetish.
Oh no, Jiren. That's what he does?
That's what he does.
Watch this. BAM! And he lifts up a phone. He's just scrolling through muscle porn.
He's just like, then he's an MS Paint weird drawing. You've seen the Animal Crossing, the KK Slider and the Villager. You've seen that picture?
No.
Any requests? Lose the shorts.
No, man.
What do you mean, no?
I haven't
Now I sound like a weirdo. Thanks.
I haven't seen it. What's wrong with you?
I'll show you.
It's your phone screen. It's your phone screen.
And my lock screen.
Oh, you have to play a game on it.
You swipe downwards.
Oh, awful. And the funnest thing is you're raised in like a back, like an ass backwards
Back
country.
alley.
You get raised out in a Hodunk country town.
Yeah.
And everyone is Australian.
Population 4.
You're like, they're like, oh god, dang, I can't do an Australian.
That was
accent
an
right
Australian.
now. Yeah, I was doing country.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just like, oi, me go, you bear the mark of the luminary. You do, and I'm like, what?
I guess that's Australian.
I don't understand what you're saying to me.
That was British.
It was British.
It was
It's the same
British.
thing. I can't do accents. But you climb up a mountain just to see the world.
Just to do it.
Well, it's like to
fucking do it.
To become grown-ups, and you do it with your childhood best friend who was born on the same day as you. But I don't know how they would know that, since you were a baby they found and adopted.
You on the same day that baby was born.
No one knows if that baby is, the same day. I guess. Whatever.
It's your birthday. For all intents and purposes, that's your birthday.
Okay. But you climb up the mountain, stuff happens. You find out your adopted mom says, "Oh, your grandfather was right. You bear the mark of the Luminary, a legendary hero who saved the world, like a long while ago,
Like 10 days ago.
10 days ago. He died just recently.
And now it's on your hand.
But then you just, like, go. You just fucking go to the castle, go to talk to the king.
Why?
Because you gotta know what to do, because you're trying to bring peace to the land.
Oh, I guess it's a good place to start as any.
And then the king is like, welcome. Please tell me where you came from. And they told you to tell him about Cobblestone, just to get, like...
Oh, and he destroys Cobblestone.
I think that's what he's gonna do, because he's like, good. One of my most trusted knights that has an evil smirk on his face. You know what to do, right? And it's like, yeah, man, I know what the fuck to do. And he leaves. And then the other knight, who's dressed in all black and is wearing a scowl, is like, you sure had Moxie come in here, Luminary, and they started calling me Darkspawn.
Oh.
Because, like, the king's like...
Like the dog?
I guess. Barkspawn. Because the king's like, if the Luminary shows up, the Dark Lord will show up. That's the prophecy. Kill you!
Why?
And I'm like, dude, if he's coming back, and I gotta kill him!
God, can you imagine if that was how life worked? Like, you're like, alright, so, and this is history, this is fact. These two dudes keep fucking showing up. There's a good one and there's a bad one every time. That's just life. Like, you give birth to a vaguely blonde child in the Legend of Zelda universe and you're like, fuck, one time. Starts wearing green around the house and you're like, no.
Well, that's the fucking... Wind Waker asked for it.
Yeah.
Because they started dressing the kids up in green.
Yeah, they're like, one of these kids.
It was
the opposite. One time. Can you imagine asking that of your child? Fuck, I hope this is the one. Fuck, please.
That's Breath of the Wild in a nutshell.
Please.
It's like Zelda constantly being like, her dad...
Yet?
Huh?
You awake yet?
Her dad's like, you gotta fucking, like, be the goddess. And meanwhile, Link is just like, yeah, alright, I got the Master Sword. That's their start. That's their fucking start. They find Link so fast.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, that's him. Get the Master Sword. And as a result, no one likes him.
Oh.
Because because there was no reason for him to be that yet.
That's true, there's no Ganondorf.
There were a fuck ton of monsters, though, to be fair. Like, there's a cutscene in Breath of the Wild, there's like a memory you find, where Zelda's like, man, there's a lot of creatures out. We gotta be careful of all the chaotic readings that are happening. And Link's like, yeah, you're right. And then it just, like, pans away to all of the monsters he has just slain.
What?
Like a hilltop of Lionels and Bokoblins and stuff. I'm like, Link doesn't even have a shield. He's just wearing his like normal clothes and a sword.
I can't kill a Lionel now.
Yeah.
But it's funny to imagine, like, you turn the news on, and it's just like, hey, the chosen one has been found.
That would be insane.
With that's good news, right? That's, like, just what we need. Or would he be, like, commercialized in, like, a product?
I feel like it depends on the person. Also, very sexist to assume it's a man.
I'm assuming it's me.
Well, that's up for you to explain.
So, it's more vain than it is sexist. Would I be commercialized and a product, or would I be the hero?
What would you do? What would your chosen purpose be?
I have to bring darkness to the land, I guess.
So I guess, yeah, you'd be commercialized.
So I can do both.
Yeah. You'd promote really awful standards for people to set themselves by.
Yeah, I'm an Instagram influencer. I do daily...
Except you get the free things that influencers ask for.
I do daily vlogs where I harass people on the street.
Awful. Just the worst.
That's as bad as I can possibly imagine being.
And you're the most successful person on YouTube because of it.
I'm number one in like a day. People love to hate me.
Right, yeah. If you pay me money, I'll harass the person you hate.
Hit me up on Patreon. I'll fucking harass you.
Awful. This is the worst. But Dragon Quest.
Is it fun?
It's like a
No.
It's peculiar, I guess.
Dude, choose your words carefully. We're about to lose our whole Japanese audience if you say you don't like Dragon Quest.
It's such an old RPG.
Oh my god.
It's such a weird RPG with weird old rules on it. I got to go to a church to save. And I need to go to a church to check how much XP I need to level up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, what are all these things? What is, like, confession? Oh, I save. Alright, that's fine. If it wants to do this as an RPG, it is allowed to, I suppose.
Yeah. That's part of the charm of the game.
But then it's like divination. See how much XP you need to level up. Excuse me? What the fuck is that?
There's a certain charm to games being just, like, stupid difficult. Like, in the way that they rely on, like, all the old-timey stuff.
Yeah.
That it's just, like, they don't even tell you how much XP you need to level up.
I guess. It must have been something in, like, the code of Dragon Quest 1 that could not show you how much XP you needed unless you
went to a specific place.
Went to a specific spot. That doesn't sound correct, because I feel like Final Fantasy was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Made by the same company.
Are they?
Square Enix.
It is a Square Enix game?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's kind of weird.
Maybe Square Enix did make the first one, but I feel like they did. But it's 2019. I guess it's kind of... I guess it helps stem the constant need for players to grind.
Yeah. If you have to go all the way back to check your progress, you're less likely to... If you're not always seeing it in the corner of your screen, you're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're just playing the game.
I guess that's fair. It still feels weird.
Yeah.
I will say, though, they allow a very peculiar challenge run system. That's like... You can activate it on the start of a quest, at the start of a game, at the start of a file. It's like you cannot buy things from shops. You cannot equip armor. There is a thing where you and your party members suffer extreme embarrassment and are unable to do things in turns sometimes. I'm like, what? What?
This is just real life. That's the real life mode.
Yeah.
You can't afford anything. You can't wear cool clothes.
And it's just
and you
humiliation
get embarrassed a lot of the time.
all the way down.
You just can't do normal things.
Anxiety grips every part of every facet of your life.
God, that's a hashtag mood. That's the hashtag mood mode.
Weak enemies don't give you as much XP. Only tough enemies give you XP.
Okay.
Like tougher enemies. I think that's correct. And there's also enemies are super tough. Like everything's doubled on them. There was a big chase sequence. Like they threw me in jail instead of killing me.
Why?
I don't understand it. Here's the fucking thing that gets me. It takes me right out of it. For the king to be like, everyone's on board
To kill you.
to kill me.
Yeah.
The guards are fine with it. My two favorite knights are fine with it. They were shown in the cutscene movie song in the beginning of the game as fighting my characters, so they were immediately spoiled as antagonists.
Yeah. That's good storytelling.
Why don't you just kill him? You threw him in the jail, and it says you might not even be here for 3 days before we kill you. I'm like, so kill me now.
Just kill you now.
Your whole plan hinges on me being dead, so kill me now.
What, are they waiting for a trial?
No, they're waiting on an investigation, I guess. They did an investigation on Cobblestone to see if I'm actually the Luminary. Like,
Well, if they're gonna kill you, why?
Like, I've got the mark on my hand. I have the freaking, like, light pendant. Just kill me!
Do it!
But, of course, this guy in the cell, apart from me, is like, you the Luminary? Just my luck. I was just waiting for you. Like,
he's also Luminary.
I'm also Luminary. I was faking to be the Luminary too, bud. No, but he was there because a psychic told him to be there to help the Luminary, and he's like fine with that, I guess.
Look into my crystal ball. You have to get arrested.
Go to prison.
And the Luminary will be there and you'll help him escape. Well, if you say so, and he's sitting in jail and he watches you get beheaded immediately as soon as you walk out. Oh, what was I supposed to do?
Also, he's like, I just finished digging the tunnel today.
What?
Just by luck. When the Luminary shows up, I finished building my escape tunnel. We get out of the tunnel, and we push into the sewers. Guards are immediately there.
Who writes this shit?
And we're running. We're running from the guards. It's not like we got our stuff, we can fight. We cannot fight guards, I guess.
You're not strong enough to fight guards.
I guess we're not strong enough to fight guards.
How did you get your stuff?
He just found it in a sack in a corner.
What do you mean you found it in a sack in a corner?
He's
Who
like,
writes this stuff?
This must be your stuff. And I'm like, thanks. Like, he gave me his sword, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, this must be your stuff. And the sword is in my stuff, so you should just give me my stuff.
This is the hook?
This is the demo, yeah.
This is... They wrote this and they were like, this will get them.
So... So we go through a chase sequence, and he's like, hold on, wait, this way, snuff the torch, we're gonna go sneak around guards, because that's what we can do right now, even though we are being chased in a
line.
in like, not very winding sewers. And I'm like, okay. And I walked, and the guard was here, and I just sort of walked past them, and I did that twice. Like, I am, like, parallel to this guard. He can see me.
You snuffed the torch. And he was like, oh, fuck, better be on low alert.
And then we get to a bridge, and then the guards are cornering us, and then we all fall into the water.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know, and we all fall into the water because the bridge breaks.
And you Moses again, and you get found in a little town.
Yeah,
in Australia.
Moses again. It's like I start Skyrim over again. But then, like, we wind up on a shore. I'm like, oh, free at last. We're, like, further into the cave, and none of the guards are there. And the other guy's like, come on, we can go. And it's like, oh, there's a save point. I'll probably go and be fighting monsters now, since they don't want me to fight humans. And then there's a dragon. And then it's a chase sequence where I'm running from the dragon.
What the fuck?
And I'm like...
Now, when you say chase sequence, what do you mean?
What do you mean? I'm making myself move.
But is it like a minigame where you run?
Yeah. And the dragon is behind me.
Okay.
And the other dude's fucking gone. He ran so fast.
Dude, he's the guy from Black Ops. He's not real.
Of course.
He died when he got hit by a sword.
Right. Yes.
And fell into the water. But you missed that.
I missed that. So we start to run. Like, we get a decent ways from the dragon. Like, we go through it like a crevice. Not a crevice.
Yeah.
Like a crack in the wall. And then we're like, we got away. Like, the dragon, like, didn't see us anywhere. And then we started to walk away, and the dragon blew fire down. And we started to run, and then we were in the sewers again. And the guards were like, there they are! What? And we're like, what? We gotta run again!
No!
Yeah! And we rush up. It might not even been either it was the caves or more sewer. And then we're running. And then we get to a big old waterfall. And I'm like... And the guards have us cornered. And I'm like...
And then you jump off the waterfall?
And so, like, we're, like, backing up. And then... And he's like, we gotta do this. And I'm like, are we gonna fight the guards? Because I know magic. You know I know magic, right?
I have a sword.
I have a sword. and all my stuff is here. And then we turn to jump off the cliff, and the guard's like, don't do anything hasty now. I'm like, I was going to be executed. It does not matter. And the guy, like, finally takes off his hood, and it's like, I'm Eric. But with a K at the end instead of a C.
Nice to meet you.
And then we jump off the cliff.
Into water again.
Into water. And we Moses it. But this time he gets Mosesed.
Good, and you died?
I died.
Thank God.
No.
This is the newest one, right?
Yeah, Dragon Quest 11.
It's funny. This information is running concurrent in my mind with they can't release Dragon Quests on work days because everyone in Japan will call off to play Dragon Quest. That's like a fact. They can't release Dragon Quest on work days because people will call off. Too many people will call off to play Dragon Quest. It's like imagining this best-selling game, and then it's like, and then we got cornered by the guards again, and then there was a dragon, and then we got cornered by the guards again. It's like,
but
have you fought yet? Has there been a fight?
There has been fights.
Like random encounters with monsters?
Random encounters with monsters.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, please, let this be a dragon boss. I would love to fight. It's like, if we stick around, we're dead. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
I wish I was dead.
But as we jump off, the opening music video starts again. I'm like, oh, did the demo end? Is that where the demo ends? It wasn't 10 hours like I was promised, but that's fine.
Good.
And I was like, that they really baited me with a chase sequence into a waterfall jump, huh?
Chase sequence into waterfall.
But that's just how the game starts because I can still play afterwards.
That's the first 30 seconds of the game. It only feels like 10 hours.
Because it was. With all the cutscenes.
So then you get off the waterfall and the game picks back up and you're like, alright. And then you go see like a tree or whatever and then the guards are there.
No, I woke up in a monastery.
And they were like, hey baby, we found you. You have to live here. Alright.
I'm constantly getting Moses! What a terrible Groundhog Day. A Groundhog 18 years.
Oh god. Oh my god, what would you do?
Everything.
You would like, after a certain point, like, you realize, right? Like, your third loop, you're 15 and you're like, wait.
It took you that long? He's like, oh wait, that all wasn't a dream. I think I remember now. I've been 15 2 other times.
God, like, Groundhog Day is already pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, like, alright, I don't know, I guess it's not.
You'd have to do school.
You'd have to do school.
All of school.
All of it. But you would.
Did you remember?
How does that work? So that's the thing, right? When do you regain the consciousness, right? Because humans aren't conscious until they're like 19.
Here's the thing.
And then they're like, oh god, why did I say that when I was 13?
Bill Murray in Groundhog Day is like what? Like mid-30s?
He's 17.
No. He is in full cognitive control of his thoughts and
he has an easy job. He has a job where he goes.
He's a weatherman.
He's a weatherman. He goes to a place and is on TV.
You would have to go to school every single day. Imagine all the lives you could save
if you weren't going to school.
What if you like? Well, so if I were constantly getting Groundhog 18 years, I wouldn't be able to do anything with it.
9/11.
I couldn't stop it.
2001.
I'd be a baby.
2001, right?
I'd be a 3-year-old.
How do you stop 9/11? If I'm 1995, I'd be 6.
Yeah.
How do I stop 9/11?
Okay, so
what's my game plan? Let's figure it out.
Pull the fire alarm in both buildings.
How do I get there? I walk. I whine, I beg, I cry. I want to go see the Twin Towers.
You beg. You want to go. You'd get 9/11.
I can't reach the fire alarm. It's too high up.
Wait, no!
Wake up as a baby.
awful. Dang it.
I'll try again.
I'll try again.
I'll get stilts.
So, here's the thing, though.
What's the best thing you could do if you started your life over again?
Get shredded.
It's funny to imagine. It's like you get to go back and do something different. What would you do? And it's like, oh, I would put in all the extra work and be shredded.
See, that's the thing, I couldn't.
No, you couldn't. You're like, I could like save some lives or whatever. I could like stop a bank robbery, probably.
You couldn't.
I could confess to that girl I liked, but it's like, what if you made like healthier choices? Like you never picked up smoking, or
I didn't. I never.
You never drank a Coca-Cola in your life. You only drank water from the beginning of your life to the end of your life. You're like, fuck that. No.
I live with that regret forever. See, it's not like it did much for me. Soda wasn't a big part of my diet.
But I mean, like, you can't drink any sugar.
I can't drink it?
You can't drink sugar.
Oh.
You can't. Boy. You shouldn't eat it either. Like, if you like, you hit 6 years old, right? You're conscious. You know where the block. You know where your parents go when they cover their face.
I would know that before I was 6.
Yeah,
what do you know about me?
Normal people pick that up around, what, 6? They learn to read at 10, just like I did. I was maybe a little behind, or above the curve even.
Above the curve. You were right with the first time you said it.
But yeah. You make the decision then, you're like, I'm going to be a vegetarian.
So here's the thing, every time I bring up time travel, Kat always shoots me down. She's like, time is cyclical.
She's like, you couldn't stop 9/11.
That's basically what she would say. 9/11 would find a way to happen.
If I'm Groundhog's Day-ing my life, I'm fucking stopping this shit.
What an action movie!
I would maybe watch this movie.
Constantly trying to stop 9/11?
Where a 5-year-old, like a 20-year-old, like realized that he's 3 years old and he's like, I can do it.
I can do it.
I'm gonna stop the greatest tragedy of my time.
Greatest tragedy of my time. So many more people have died. No, we need to say it. On this video game podcast where we eat cookies.
We don't need to say it. But like, they're like, fuck. Get all the papers and plans out and everything, and they're like, I'm gonna do it. And then did you ever watch Steins Gate?
The anime?
Yeah, the anime.
I've heard about it.
It's got that exact same. It's got that plot.
What?
No, but it's got the. He starts fucking up time so bad that eventually, like, it's just like inhospitable.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Like, he makes a bunch of little changes, and then eventually, his best friend is dying. It gets to a certain time, certain date, dies. No matter what he does, they die.
Because of all the changes?
Yeah.
So why doesn't he go back in time and stop himself from making the changes?
He does. That's the second half.
Oh, okay.
Is he goes back, but it's really fucked because all the little changes he makes are good things.
Right.
So he has to
he has to undo the good.
Yeah, and like this episodes where he's like talking to the person and telling them this because I think he asks, but like he makes it so I don't even remember the little ones. He goes back and because one of the changes he makes is he he sends the person's mom a message so they're born as a girl instead of a boy, but they're transgender. So and then he sends a message.
So he makes it so
I can't remember her name, but she's transgender.
Yeah.
Determined male at birth.
Yeah. So they make it so they're determined female at birth?
Yes.
I think that's stealing part of their identity away, but I guess I can't comment on it.
It's definitely a a message that the story has. But then, like, he sends a message to this one girl's dad, so he doesn't go on a business trip and he doesn't die.
Okay.
And then he has to go to the girl and be like, I have to change things. And it's like, okay, this isn't right. Do it. And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's rough. How do they die?
Who?
How does his
The friend?
Yeah.
Every way you can imagine.
Awful, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. Like, they get shot, they get hit by a car, they just, like, murdered and accidental killings and murdered. And it's, like, one of those things where, like, he is the only one experiencing it. He's the only one living in that Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Usually you're the only one living in the Groundhog's Day.
But he's the only one who can remember it all as he redoes time.
Right.
So when he changes time, he's the only one who remembers the way things were.
Yeah.
So he's living in this completely new world.
Yeah.
And this is how it happens every single time. It's the premier time travel story for me. Because it's not... I guess there is a lot of time travel in it. Still.
It reminds me, there was a story about the time traveler's wife that Kat told me about. It was a book she read.
I feel like I've heard of this.
Probably. It's a guy with a terminal time travel disease. Where he is constantly jumping in and out of his own life. And this woman's life. And he, like, meets her. And they fall in love. But he's constantly jumping.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part where he has his daughter with her by having sex with her in the bed he is sharing.
What?
He is in the bed, but his disease has made him unable to have a baby. So, a younger him time travels to this point, jumps in.
Doesn't have the disease.
He does have the disease, but it hasn't progressed to the point where he is unable to bear a child.
Huh.
And he has sex with her while he's sleeping. Like, he's sleeping and then she has the baby. And she has the disease.
She gets the disease. Baby has
the
the
baby has the disease.
Oh.
And he can time travel to her, and she can time travel back. But he dies in a certain point in her timeline.
Oh.
So, like, there are only a set amount of times when they can meet.
Jesus Christ.
And I got really sad hearing that. But, like, also I think at one point he masturbates. Because he goes back and teaches himself how to masturbate.
Sometimes... Isn't that what editors are for?
What are you talking about?
So, like, I got this new story.
Because his dad thought he was gay because he himself was helping him masturbate.
Cool. You, like... I have this new story.
But it was so sad.
I have this story for you, Mr. Editor. Oh, cool. What's it called? It's called The Time Traveler's Wife. Oh, alright. Interesting.
So, chapter 1 is him masturbating with himself. Chapter 2 is also that. Where does the wife come in?
Who is his wife? Is what? Whatever, I can put it in as a footnote or something.
A footnote?
I got 20 more chapters to sell you on first. You get none. You don't get the book.
I don't want it.
That's a good place. Do you remember when they put the Doctor in Ben 10? Like a weird Doctor Who character in Ben 10?
I liked him.
Yeah, he was kind of cool.
And the fact that the monster was his partner.
Yeah. And, like, they had to use gum to stop him.
Yeah. I do think that's a good place to stop, though, because Chatter is one of our dogs is going insane.
Yeah, I don't know what a fucking problem
The cookies were good.
They were really good.
So remember, like, comment, and subscribe for more. And let us know which part you enjoyed, which topic of discussion you most enjoyed here.
Yeah, you get to decide which ones we expand upon in the next episode.
That's what?
Yeah, the next episode is going to be only
previous topics.
Only one of these topics.
Awful, right?
There's some good ones.
Bye, guys.